So I ordered 6 3x3s from SpeedCubeShop, and what I'll be doing in this video is going through first impressions of each cube one by one, and then after that I'll give you general thoughts on the cube after I've re-lubed and re-stickered them, and then at the end of the video I'll be announcing what my main is. It's my first impressions of cube number 1. This is the Dayan Guhong V2, and out of the box it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty fast. Only thing I don't like about it is that spring noise. But other than that, it's actually moving pretty well. Tensions are uneven, of course, but corner cutting still pretty nice. This is my first impressions of the second cube, the Moyu Weilong V2. The Moyu Weilong V2 is actually my main, but I thought I'd pick up another one. Just as I remember from my other one that I have, it feels really nice out of the box. It's smooth, and it moves really fast, and I like these M slices. Also, the cube is stable, so it doesn't do a lot of shifting around. And this is one of my favorite cubes. It's still my main, and we'll see if that holds true. This is my first impressions of cube number 3, the Congs design Meiying. Out of the box, it's very fast, and the squared off corners make it a bit unstable, so slightly annoying, but other than that, it's very crunchy. It's fast, as I said. It performs objectively better than the other two out of the box, but I know the other two improve a lot with setting up, tensioning, and lubing, but so far, this is very promising. It's definitely better than my Yushao, so I'll keep experimenting with this one. First impressions of cube number 4, the Qiyi Thunderclap. This cube is very promising. It is as stable as my Weilong, which is good, but it's a bit faster, which is awesome. The only thing I don't like about it so far is that it sounds a little scratchy, but I've heard that that goes away with lubing. Other than that, performance is really good. It's very fluid, and corner cutting is also really effortless. First impressions of cube number 5, the Gans 356S. So far, out of the other 4 I've tried, this is definitely the best out of the box. It's so smooth and quiet. Just listen to that. It's very fast. Corner cutting is amazing. Also, it's very stable, which is surprising because most cubes I've tried with the squared off corners are unstable, but this is very nice, and I see a lot of potential in this. For sure, M slices are also absolutely amazing. So smooth and fast. First impressions of the 6th and final cube, the Moyu Weilong GTS. Now everyone's hyping a lot about this, but I don't think it's actually that good. The Gans 356S and the the Meiying and Thunderclap are performing better than this out of the box. For me, this is way too unstable, too fast, just like I like the sound and the feeling though, and the M slices are quick, but the outer layers and everything are way too fast for me at the moment. But I still have high hopes for this one, and we'll see what happens. The Dayan Guhong V2 is very, very smooth. After lubing, the pieces glide over each other effortlessly, and the turning is a joy. I have only experienced one pop in the 200 solves I've done, and no corner twists at all. The Guhong is a bit loud and clacky, which can be irritating. Also, the cube is blocky and corner cutting is not up to modern standards. That being said, the good turning makes the cube easy to control, and it usually flows very well, with the emphasis on usually. Sometimes during second block or CMLL, I find myself getting minor catches that make my hand slip. This slows my solve by almost half a second. As you can see from the solves, I am quite inconsistent with this cube, and I get times anywhere between 5 and 13 seconds. The Moyu Weilong V2 is a relatively old cube that I still believe is one of the best on the market. It offers quality turning that is almost as smooth as the Guhong. Corner cutting is adequate and the cube flows very well. It is very stable because of the relatively blocky pieces and does not flex or misalign when I don't want it to. Pops never happen on this cube, however, the center caps fall off sometimes during last 6 edges, and corner twists occur every once in a while. Catches are non-existent on this cube, but sometimes the cube can completely fall out of my hand, ruining my solve. As of the time of recording this, my other Weilong is still my main, and it will take a very good cube to make me switch. Congs design Meiying is a relatively new cube that has a very light, fast, and airy turning. The pieces are hollowed out, so that's what contributes to the light turning and light weight. The cube can easily corner cut past 45 degrees and never pops for corner twists. It allows me to turn ridiculously fast, as you can see during CMLL and LSE. However, because of its fast turning speed, the cube does not feel very fluid when solving during intuitive steps. What I mean by this is that it feels flicky, and first two blocks feels like a bunch of triggers instead of fluid and constant turning. This, as well as its instability, make my first two blocks a little slower, but the Meiying makes up for this during CMLL and the last 6 edges. The cube is crunchy and crispy, and I enjoy the sound and feeling. The Qiyi Thunderclap is one of the cheaper 3x3s available, costing only about $12 Canadian at SpeedCubeShop.com. However, it performs better than the price suggests it will. Out of the box, its name perfectly describes it. It was thunderously fast and sounded like loud clapping. After breaking in and lubing with Traxxas 50K, the Thunderclap is now very smooth, quiet, and controllable. It has never popped or corner twisted. It corner cuts more than what I'll ever realistically need to use in a solve. The pieces are relatively blocky when compared to the Meiying and Weilong GTS, as no parts are hollowed out. This makes the Thunderclap very stable, which is an aspect that it has in common with the original Weilong. The Gans 356S V2 is probably the most expensive 3x3 on the market, but I definitely think that its price is justified. Its raw performance is incredible, it is amazing out of the box and has a very nice, smooth feel. The sound it makes is very pleasant, and when solving I never want to put this cube down. It corner cuts insane amounts, and is fast but yet controllable. Even though the 356 has rounded centers and edges, it is very stable. The cube never shifts when I don't want it to. However, you will see that my one and only problem with this cube, if you look at the times, I suck with it. My best average of 50 with the 356 is an 828. For comparison, I got a 788 on the Guhong V2. The Moyu Weilong GTS is the newest cube from Moyu. The community has quickly accepted it as the best cube on the market, but I don't think it is anything revolutionary. The pieces resemble the Gans in my opinion, since the corners have the same type of tracks. The feeling is also very similar to the Gans. It is a little less smooth, but it also has a very pleasant sound. Its performance is similar as well. Turning is fast, the cube is controllable, it doesn't pop or corner twist, and it is stable. Overall, I enjoy solving on this cube. On this paper is a simple chart with the cube on the left and the best average of 50 I got with it out of the 200 solves I did with each, and they are ranked in order of fastest to slowest. So the one at the top will be my main, and here's the reveal. The Qiyi Thunderclap with a 7.487 average of 50. This cube is absolutely amazing. I love everything about it. I wouldn't change anything, and I think you should definitely go pick it up. I'll put a link in the description to where you can buy it, and also to the other cubes if you don't believe that this one's better, you can also pick those up too.